Today is the 11th and final day of the Las Vegas Raiders 2024 training camp. That means football season is here. The Raiders will be playing their first preseason game on Saturday. It also means the Raiders have broken camp, still undecided at the quarterback position. Neither of them has done anything to distinguish or separate themselves from each other. But outside of that, the Raiders have a stacked team, especially on defense. Thank goodness for this preseason game, though, because the Raider defense has been too tough on both quarterbacks. Playing against another team's defense should get some movement towards the Raiders choosing a starting quarterback. The Minnesota Vikings defense is going to be much easier, though. Let's see what the Raiders had to say about themselves today. We start off with head coach Antonio Pierce, and he started off talking about getting done everything he wanted to get done in training camp.
Yeah, the things that we marked that we wanted to get through these 11, 12 practices, we've accomplished. We set the tone. I know we build our identity, obviously, on defense especially, same thing on offense. The physicality and, more importantly, the chemistry and the team bonding is what we wanted, and the competition has been at a high.
And what did he feel like the main thing he needs to bring is from last year to this year?
Culture, identity, who we are. Get back to the roots. Get back to what Mr. Davis, 65 years ago, started this bad boy with. Pride, poise. I finish it with passion, playing the Raider way, toughness, physicality. No apologies.
He talked about who stood out in training camp.
The guys that stood out that, let's talk about guys that probably nobody thought about, like DJ Turner, DJ Glaze, Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers had a really good camp. Our entire offensive line, they changed their identity. Defensively, thought Adam Butler from day one has been consistent. Malcolm Kuntz, Max Crosby, Tommy, Jack Jones, and I would say both of our safeties really our entire safety, that entire position group played really well. And I ain't gonna lie, without our two specialists, Daniel Cross and AJ, they've been doing an outstanding job with the new kickoff rule. And then obviously what AJ's doing punting is at a high level right now.
It sounds like what the Raiders are going to do at the quarterback position depends on these preseason games.
I wasn't going to base everything off of practice, so I wasn't going to go who had a better day. And again, a lot of different factors play into it, right? Defensive play, who's going with the ones, who's going with the twos. This preseason game will be very telling. I want to see these guys take care of the ball, manage the team, take care of situational football.
Here's what he knows about this team as of right now.
Yeah, we got grit, we're tough. We've had over close to 800 team reps in 10 practices. Do the math, right? From walkthroughs and everything. Anytime we're 11 on 11, over close to 800 reps. These guys haven't blinked. There's been no complaining. They put their workman's hat on every day. We don't have guys looking to get out of practice. We got a mentally tough team, and we got a team that's pissed off and want to prove a lot of people wrong.
With O'Connell and Minshew not doing anything to distinguish themselves, what about Anthony Brown, the third stringer?
Yeah, I'm excited. There's some flashes, there's some moments as you see the reps count is kind of like changed at times because, you're focused on the top two guys. But Anthony Brown will play a lot in his first preseason game. We'll get a lot of Anthony Brown. But the skill set, the athleticism, strong arm, some decision-making. But more importantly, I'm always go back to it. Quarterback position, you're the first guy to touch the ball. He needs to always ends up in the Raiders' hand. We got to do a better job of that.
Now we're on to left guard Cody Wragg here, who started out talking about his comfort level with each quarterback going into this game.
Yeah, we're comfortable. We've been getting reps with both of them. They're both doing a really good job, and we feel good where we're at right now.
He feels like he's had a good training camp.
Yeah, I feel like overall it's good. Obviously with being in this scheme, it's helped me out a lot too. Yeah, we got a great group. Everybody's been working hard and, really like where we're at right now heading into this first preseason game.
And, of course, having been in this offense the last couple of years, he can help some of the other offensive linemen.
Just with the experience, I've seen a lot being played in this offense a couple of years. I've heard a lot of the play calls, a lot of the cadence and stuff. So just being able to help them, see different things and get a better head start on some of the stuff that I've seen in previous years.
He talked about the defensive line as well as the defense as a whole.
Yeah, they play really well together. They all feed off each other energy-wise. They're very energetic. When somebody makes a play, they're all excited for each other. They're very sound. They're very, quick off the ball. They play with good hands. And those are all good traits of good, solid defensive, especially the linemen. But even, from the linebackers to the back end, it's a really good group, and we get good work each and every day for sure.
Of course, he loves playing for head coach Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, AP's great. I mean, coming from Chicago, it was great there, but having a guy that's played, really understands, what it takes from a player standpoint that then transitions to a coaching standpoint, and the energy he brings every day. He's the same guy every single day. We know what we're getting out of him. He's very passionate, loves ball, and just wants our best foot forward going forward every day.
He followed offensive coordinator Luke Getsy here from Chicago, so he has to like something about him. What is it?
He's very intelligent, both in the run game, the pass game. He's got gadgets, obviously, that he brings to the table. But, being able to have everybody as coaches on the same page, I think, is a huge thing. And, he did that in Chicago with us, and that's what I see from him here. Everybody speaks the same language, and you know what you're getting every day.
Now we're on to nose tackle John Jenkins, who started out talking about why he was out of training camp for a while.
Never had a rest day, really. A wisdom tooth, man. Things happen. Wisdom tooth started acting up, dry socket, so that's it.
You guys started getting taken out while you were here?
Yeah, man, it happened. It happened. Yeah, I know. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, so everybody understand, all right? Been doing this for 12 years, going on 12 years, and what takes me out is a wisdom tooth. Yeah.
He was a big part of the improvement of fellow interior defensive lineman Byron Young, and he talked about mentoring him.
Man, it's like a little brother. Like, this is a brotherhood. I was extremely fortunate to have the guys who cultivated me when I came in the league, like the Broderick Bunkleys, Keem Hicks, Jonathan Vilma, all those guys when I got drafted in by the Saints in 2013. So I just pretty much try to take that with me everywhere I go. Treat everybody like a brother, a little brother, and just whatever game I can give them, to do better, right? And if they listen, I'm just going to keep giving them game. Byron has a lot of potential. It was no different than when I had Christian as a rookie in Miami, right? Everything I learned and I picked up during the years, I gave it to Chris. And everything, same thing with Byron and Nesta. Man, those guys they really want it. They're hungry for it. They got a lot of potential. They're on this stage for a reason. So if I can do whatever I can, I'm not just a vet as far as a player, but also as helping a coach. I trust Robbie. I love Robbie, PG, and all those guys. So it's up to me sometimes to give them perception from a player perspective instead of a coaching perspective.
Jenkins has been in the league 12 years, and he talked about still having the love for the game.
Man, I enjoy doing it. I still keep up with a lot of my older guys. I was talking to Broderick Bunkley not too long ago. Man, just said keep having fun. Cam Jordan, they're right down the street from us. We was with each other during all season for a little bit. Man, as long as you enjoy the process, man, just keep doing it. And I still enjoy the process. This organization, rejuvenated my love for the game, and I'm so thankful to be here. So as long as I'm going to keep enjoying the process and the organization will allow me to do it, then I'm just going to keep pushing.
He talked about where the double teams might go with all the defensive linemen the Raiders have.
You got to choose, Like I said, you got guys like Max running off the edge. You got guys like Christian running from the inside, and then they got to double team me. So we just going to enjoy the process, man, Obviously, this is the league, so people want to scheme and do whatever they can, just like we do, and we scheme just like we do. So we're just going to figure it out. I'm not going to sit there and say anything crazy because the NFL, anything is possible on any given Sunday.
He talked about the Raiders letting them rush the passer a little bit when that's not something nose tackles usually get to do.
They just they believed in me, right? For the first time, I felt like I was able to go and play and be myself. A lot of times, when you're dealing with an organization, sometimes they have a role for you. When you come in, as soon as you walk in the building, they already predetermine a role for you. And I believed in myself for a lot of years that I can be a every down person, or I can be more just an in and out kind of guy. And I was able to prove that last year, right? But then in this league, it's all about consistency. So I'm working, Chris, right? I'm working to do that. I'm working to be consistent. And I believe in myself, and this organization believe in me. So I'm just going to take it day by day.
Training camp is over now, and the Raiders are on to prepping for the Minnesota Vikings. Will this be step one toward the Raiders finally choosing the quarterback they're going to roll with? Well, it has to be. They're going to get a test too, because that Vikings defense is stout. Remember, that's the same defense that shut the Raiders out last year as the Vikings won 3-0. O'Connell will get a chance to see how much he's grown from his rookie year to year 2. Winning the starting quarterback job will depend on it for him. That's the only real question the Raiders have right now. Throughout training camp, the Raiders have shown they're pretty stacked. I can't wait to see how it all comes together. Thank you for watching. See you next time.